Hi friends, welcome to part 2 of the Susan Smith case. I did mention in that video that I will read Tom Findlay's notorious breakup letter, and many people speculate that this breakup letter pushed Susan over the edge and made her kids. So let's read it together. Dear Susan, I hope you don't mind, but I think clearly when I'm typing. So this letter is being written on my computer. This is a difficult letter for me to write because I know how much you think of me, and I want you to know that I am flattered that you have such a high opinion of me. Susan, I value your friendship very much. You are one of the few people on this earth that I can feel I can tell anything. You are intelligent, beautiful, sensitive, understanding, and possess many wonderful qualities that I and many other men appreciate. You will, without a doubt, make some lucky man a great wife. But unfortunately, it won't be me. Even though you think we have so much in common, we are vastly different. We have been raised in totally different environments and therefore think totally different. That is not to say I was raised better than you or vice versa. It just means that we come from two different backgrounds. When I started dating Laura, I knew our backgrounds were going to be a problem. Right before I graduated for Auburn University in 1990, I broke up with a girl, Alison, that I have been dating for over 2 years. I loved Alison very much and we were very compatible. Unfortunately, we wanted different things in life. She wanted to get married and have children before the age of 28, and I did not. This conflict spurred our breakup, but we have remained friends throughout the years. After Alison, I was very hurt. I decided to not fall in love with anyone again until I was ready to make a long commitment. For my first 2 years in union, I dated very little. In fact, I could count the number of dates I had on one hand. But then Laura came along. We met at Conso, and I felt for her like a ton of bricks. Things were great at first and remained good for a long time, but I knew deep in my heart that she was not the one for me. People tell me that when you find the right person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you will know it. Well, even though I fell in love with Laura, I had my doubts about a long-lasting commitment, but I never said anything, and I eventually hurt her very, very deeply. I won't do that again, Susan. I could really fall for you. You have many endearing qualities about you, and I think that you are a terrific person. But like I have told you before, there are some things about you that aren't suited for me. And yes, I am talking about your children. I'm sure that your kids are good kids, but it really wouldn't matter how good they may be. The fact is, I just don't want children. These feelings may change one day, but I doubt it. With all of the crazy mixed up things that takes place in this world today, I just don't have the desire to bring another life into it, and I don't want to be responsible for anyone else's children either. But I am very thankful that there are people like you who are not selfish as I am, and I don't mind bearing the responsibility of children. If anyone thought the way I do, our species would eventually become extinct, but our differences go far beyond children's issues. We are just two different people, and eventually those differences will cause us to break up because I know myself so well. I am sure of this. But don't be discouraged. There is someone out there for you. In fact, there's probably someone that you may not know at this time, or that you may not know but would never expect. Either way, before you settle down with anyone again, there is something you need to do, Susan. Because you got pregnant and married at such an early age, you missed out much of your youth. I mean, one minute you were a kid and the next minute you were having kids. Because I come from a place where everyone has the desire and the money to go to college, having the responsibility of children at such a young age is beyond my comprehension. Anyhow, my advice to you is to wait and be very choosy about your next relationship. I can see that this may be difficult for you because you are a bit boy crazy. But as the proverb states, good things comes to those who wait. I'm not saying you shouldn't go out and have a good time. In fact, I think you should do that. Have a good time and capture some of your youth that you've missed out on. But just don't get seriously involved with anyone until you've done the things that you want to do first. Then the rest will fall into place. Susan, I am not mad at you about what happened this weekend. Actually, I am very thankful. As I told you, I was starting to let my heart warm up to the idea of us going out more than just friends. But seeing you kiss another man put things into perspective. I remembered how I hurt Laura, and I won't let that happen again. Therefore, I can't let myself get close to you. We will always be friends, but our friendship will never go beyond a friendship. As for relationships with B. Brown, of course, you have to make your own decisions in life, but remember, you have to live with the consequences. Also, everyone is held accountable for their actions, and I would hate for people to perceive you as an unreputable person. If you want to catch a nice guy like me one day, you have to act like a nice girl. And you know, nice girls don't sleep with married men. Besides, I want you to feel good about yourself, and I am afraid that if you sleep with B. Brown or any other married man for that matter, you will lose your self-respect. I know I did when we were messing around earlier this year, so please think about your actions before you do anything you'll regret. I care for you, but I also care for Susan Brown, and I would hate to see anyone get hurt. Susan may say that she wouldn't care if her husband had an affair, but you know and I know that this is not true. Anyhow, as I have already told you, you are a very special person. Don't let anyone tell you or make you feel any different. I see so much potential in you, but only you can make it happen. Don't settle for mediocre in life. Go for it and only settle for the best. I haven't told you this, but I'm extremely proud of you for going to school. I'm a firm believer in higher education, and once you obtain a degree from college, there is no stopping you. Do not let these idiot boys from Union make you feel like you're not capable or slow you down. After you graduate, you'll be able to go anywhere you want in this world, and if you ever want a good job in Charlotte, my father is the right person to know. He and Connie know everyone who is anyone in the business in the world of Charlotte. If I can ever help you with anything, don't hesitate to ask. Well, this letter must come to an end. It's 11:50 p.m. and I'm getting very sleepy. But I wanted to write you this letter because you are one who is always making an effort for me, and I wanted to return that friendship. I appreciate it when you have dropped me a little nice notes or cards or the presents at Christmas. It's about time I start putting a little effort into our friendship, which reminds me, I thought long and hard about getting you something for your birthday, but I decided not to because I wasn't sure what you might think. Now I am sorry that I didn't get you anything, but you can expect something from me at Christmas. But do not buy me anything for Christmas. All I want from you is a nice sweet card. I'll cherish it more than any store-bought present. Again, you will always have my friendship, and your friendship is one that I will always look upon with sincere affection. Tom. Whew, that letter was intense. He gave me the vibe that he is a bit better than Susan, but that is my own personal opinion. What do you guys think about this letter? I feel like he let her down very gently, but at the same time, he made it clear that they are two very different people. The comment about her children was a bit dicey there, but he was being honest, and being truthful can hurt at times, but he doesn't want to have children and he doesn't want to be responsible for any other person's kids, which makes sense, you know? It's completely his choice. But why sleep with a woman that has children, you know? We all make mistakes and breakups happen. But do you guys really think that Susan was encouraged to unalive her kids based on this breakup letter? There's nothing on God's green earth that will justify what she has done to her boys. She is a racist, child killer, a liar, and an awful human being. But going back to Tom Findlay, he stayed out of the spotlight. Maybe he blamed himself. I don't know. I don't think he should blame himself because he had every right to end a relationship that wasn't serving him. Please do let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think this letter encouraged Susan to unalive her kids? But side note, it's a very well written letter, you know. It's perfect. The grammar, his speech, everything. Susan also wrote a letter, but I could not find it anywhere. If you want me to make a video regarding her letter, do let me know if I ever find it. Either way, please do stay safe and hydrated, and I will see you guys again next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.